church has been asleep for many years. And because the church has been asleep and not wanted to talk about what was happening politically, not wanted to talk about the laws, not wanted to stand up against abortion, not wanted to stand up against the LGBTQ agenda, all of these things for years and years, that we find ourselves in a place in America where we are tipping not only on the precipice towards socialism, but we are tipping on the precipice of communism.
Yes.
So Eric argues that this is very similar to where the church was in 1930s Nazi Germany.
Yes.
When Hitler took over and the church stayed silent for the most part, except for Bonhoeffer, which Eric also wrote an excellent thick book, New York Times bestseller on Bonhoeffer.
My son and I are listening to it in the car while we're in traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric is an excellent author, and it makes a really great listen.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get through is it like 500 pages or something?
It's a lot of pages. It's like an inch and a half thick.
But it is so well done, so well written, and it's an amazing true story.
Yeah, and so for the listeners that don't know, Bonhoeffer was a voice crying out in the silence of Nazi Germany that this was all happening, and that a lot of people thought, a lot of church folk thought that what Hitler was doing at the beginning was good, that he was for the people, that he was for the country and all these things.
Yeah, he even said he was a Christian.
Yeah. So Bonhoeffer saw the writing on the wall very early on, and literally, I think it was the day after, 2 days after Hitler was sworn in as chancellor, so he had taken his position. Bonhoeffer released a radio address challenging the church on what they believed a Führer should be or a ruler should be. And it was a biblical treatise about what he was seeing with the current idea of Führer and what the God says a leader should be. And halfway through that radio address, he was cut off. Mm-hmm. So it cannot be proven that it was the Nazi Party that cut him off, but
silenced and canceled.
It's silenced and canceled. So we make the argument of the film that it was like basically the first cancellation, right, of voices that happened. Mm-hmm. And then we go on to, more interestingly, because the parallels with Nazi Germany are very rampant with the church and everything that's happening, which we go into in the film, but we go into both Stalin's regime as well as Mao's regime in China. And we look at the parallels between the three regimes, and we make very clear parallels as to what has been happening in our country and how systematically Marxism has infiltrated every institution.
Yeah. So what was Nazi fascism? It's so much like Mao communism. Mm-hmm. It's this control. It's this intimidation mm-hmm. and control of the messaging, and I guess even criminalization of those that speak out.